Guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here with me today. God bless you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Today's video is going to be on Optifast and how I lost 80 pounds. I'm also going to share some tips with you. I know I had a video earlier that talked about how Optifast actually ruined my life, but I thought with making that video, at least I can make a video and tell you how I lost the 80 pounds. The rest is up to you. So I'm going to start by saying I was excited to start the Optifast program. Program where I went to, they were really helpful. The information was all good. Everything was successful. I bought the shakes. Let's start there. So I bought the shakes. You purchase them once every week. And after that, you pretty much follow your meal plan. Like I said before, it's 2 servings of vegetables, 2 servings of chicken broth, which I've heard has now changed. It depends on where you are in terms of that. Now, the first time tasting the shakes, I was a little bit put back because I don't drink protein shakes. I've never had protein shakes before. So I was pretty surprised that the taste was so bad. So I'm also going to share with you 5 tips on how to make your shakes taste better, or how to flavor your shakes that they will taste better and more easier to drink. So the first thing that I actually tried, and if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my paper because I wrote them down earlier. So I added 1 tablespoon of coffee. That changed the flavor tremendously. I was drinking a mocha, whatever that coffee is called, like a mocha coffee every day. That was so good. I found that after a couple of weeks, I got tired of that and I switched. That's okay. I switched to the banana clubhouse extract. And that banana in the chocolate tastes like a banana chocolate popsicle. When I was younger, we used to have something called a Dickety Man. I don't know why they call it a Dickety Man, but he used to ride around on the bicycle with a kind of freezer in front, and the popsicles would be in there, and I would always ask for the banana chocolate. I have yet to find one of those, which I don't need it right now, but I remember not being able to find one, but that made the shake taste just like that popsicle. I got tired of that as well. So I use the mint. And the mint had me drinking a mint chocolate drink. Another important tip with all of these things I'm telling you, the best thing to do with the shakes is to add ice. Like if you add ice in the drink will change its flavor. Like the flavor will be so good after you add the ice in there. Basically what I'm trying to say is when you're mixing these drinks, even though you're adding the flavor, it's very important to make sure that it's ice cold. So always have ice in there. The next thing that I tried was caramel. And that had me drinking a caramel chocolate drink, okay? Like, I'm telling you, by the end of the program, I actually absolutely loved the shakes. Because I can have different flavors all the time. And I would drink, I believe it was 3 shakes a week. 3 shakes a week. I would actually drink 3 shakes a day. 1 for breakfast, 1 for lunch, and the other for dinner. And I loved it. Lastly, I used to add the Clubhouse rum extract, and I used to pair that along with I could pair it with the coffee, would give it kind of like an Irish cream type of taste, or I can pair it with the caramel, which give it like a caramel. You guys, you got to try that. That was so good, and I changed the flavor. And I found that worked really, really well with the diet. And then, with your vegetables, I loved the eggplant. I would buy the long, skinny eggplants You slice the eggplants as thinly as you can. You spray a bit of palm spray on it, and then you sprinkle it with parsley and Mrs. Dash. Mrs. Dash is low in calories. I don't want to say 0 calories, but I think Mrs. Dash is low in calories. And it goes parsley is like a green spice, so that doesn't have any calories, and that was fine. You put it in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Sometimes you can get it a little drier. I have an air fryer now, and I can only imagine how nice and crispy that would have tasted if I had my air fryer at that time. But that's basically the drinks, changing the flavor, doing the eggplant. I used to make my zucchini noodles, and I used to put the zucchini noodles. I had that because this zucchini like shredder thing I bought from Canadian Tire, if you're in Canada, and it actually shreds the noodles for you. And I used to have that with what do you call it, like vegetables. Cut my vegetables up, put it in there. Chicken broth. I used to make soups with my chicken broth, vegetable soups. After the first day drinking the shakes, I can say that it was very hard. It was very hard. My stomach was rumbling. But at that point, anybody that's in this program, if you've gotten as far as to sign up for the program, and you've gotten as so far as you bought the shakes, you're gonna have so much determination that even if you're hungry, you're gonna fight through that hunger because you've come so far. And it wouldn't make any sense to quit at that point. I noticed after the second or third day, I wasn't hungry anymore. I actually cringed at the sight of food, and I'm not, no word of a lie. I found that I didn't even want to drink the shakes. I made myself kind of busy at work too. And I realized that sometime at the third day, I was like, oh, I need to take a shake. So it was kind of like I had to remind myself that I had to take it rather than me being hungry and feeling like I needed to take it. Because you know what, you're going to be so determined that this might, you know, it might be you as well. So after my third day, I realized my body got used to the fact that we're doing this, we're having the shakes. And I was okay with it. I was fine. And the really good thing with the program is that the doctors will, I shouldn't say doctors, you go in, you get weighed. It's constant communication throughout the whole process. The people that I dealt with were so kind, so caring, especially the nurse and the kinesiologist. They were so helpful. I mean, my mother was ill, but they were there for me. They understood. They helped me work around things. I also was a smoker, so they kind of helped me wean myself off of smoking, with a lot of encouragement, kind of setting me up with different avenues and things that I can do. I shouldn't say avenue and things, different programs that can help me quit smoking. So they went over and beyond their job to make sure that I was living a whole healthy life. So basically, I end up losing 80 pounds by the end of the program. I'm not going to go too much into my struggles after the program ended because this video is strictly talking about the positive sides, because I believe that like I said earlier, I owe you that much. But throughout the program, you're getting as much support. They offer you support after the program. And I would strongly encourage for each and every person to take that extra support afterwards. It's something that I regret and I wish that I had done as well. But basically, if you follow those tips, changing the flavor of your shake is kind of like changing your meals, so to say, kind of like you're not drinking the same thing all the time. So your body your taste buds kind of get a little bit more than just the taste of the shakes. And even sometimes I wouldn't even put anything in the shakes. After a while, I didn't need anything in the shakes. I got so used to it that even the natural flavor of the shake was okay with me too. I think that's about it. There's not much to talk about other than that. Big thing, sorry. You also paired up with a kinesiologist. But the kinesiologist basically did the physical part. She kind of showed us different things we can do with the gym and getting our body in shape while we're losing weight. They don't recommend too much cardio. They more focus on building, or sorry, maintaining the muscle mass that you have right now. So your kinesiologist, I think you see her more than once a week. I could be mistaken, but I think it was more than once a week. And then you go through a workout routine with her. So that was really fun. And actually you find that there's certain things that you couldn't do it the first day, day one, that by the end of the program, you're able to bend down. For me, I couldn't do a plank at all. Like, I don't know. Something about my arm muscles, they're very weak. I don't know why. But yeah, so when starting the program, I couldn't do a plank. And by the end of the program, I was able to do a plank for at least 30 seconds. To you, maybe that's nothing, but I couldn't even do 1 minute. I couldn't even do 1 second. I'd be like, oh, I'm in so much pain, I wouldn't do it. I don't know if half of that was like I was not motivated or I just didn't know what my strength was. But by the end of that, I kind of learned that I do have more strength. I learned a lot of exercise that you can do at home. So that part of the program was really good. You see the nurse will actually check your blood pressure every time you go in, and they also check your weight as well. There's not big emphasis on how much you weigh. It's more health and how you're doing. There's questionnaires that you're asked as well. And you could always set meetings with either one of them. I think some people get subscribed to social worker. I think I did get a social worker. But I think some people get a social worker. I don't remember if I did or not, because I don't ever remember seeing anyone other than my kinesiologist and my nurse. But yeah, that's about it. That's a positive program. And that's all of those things combined. I lost the weight. I stuck to the diet strictly. I didn't cheat. There was no cheat days. There's no cheat days for this diet. And I absolutely did not cheat, which I'm telling you, after the 3rd day, you won't need to cheat. Just follow those tips, those 5 tips of like what drinks you can do, and get your vegetables and your water in. Stay connected to the clinic, and also keep yourself motivated. Just remember what your goal is. And like I said, after the program is finished, please, I can't stress enough, please be encouraged to stay connected to the other people in the class, stay connected to the staff, and I'm sure that you will have continued success. So thank you for watching my video. Please leave a comment down below to let me know what you think. Peace, love, and blessings.